The views and opinions expressed on InTouch are those of the guests and do not necessarily reflect the official party or position of Backyard Broadcasting. Any content provided by our guests are of their opinion, and they are not intended to malign a religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Good morning and welcome to InTouch, a Sunday morning public affairs show dedicated to the health and welfare of Susquehanna Valley residents. I'm your host, Joie Michaels. Join us at this time as we interview difference makers in the community who want to help make the Susquehanna Valley a better place. This morning we're talking with Ron Diemer, president of the Williamsport Little League. We will talk about the focus of Little League, how they make it work, and what it takes to help the kids swing for the fences. Let's turn to our interview with Ron Diemer, president of the Williamsport Little League, on InTouch, a service of Backyard Broadcasting.
I'm Ron. I am currently the president of Williamsport Area Little League. I am basically in charge and trying to keep it all together. We got a big board behind us who does a great job and does everything they need to do, and my responsibility is to kind of coordinate all that information between all the different entities so that we can put together, hopefully, a great season for the kids.
Oh, that's outstanding. I love what you guys do for the kids. I know that when my boys were little, I was able to go, and we were part of, it was a huge family is what it was. And you got to be part of something that was bigger than you, but then you were also, you were in the stands, and then there were days that you had to be in with the food, and then you had different chores. Now, I was never asked to be out in the field because there's no way I would... Yeah, no. They knew where to draw the line there, but it takes a lot.
Every member of our league, our board, we're all volunteers. We put forth the time, and this is a year-long job. It doesn't stop. The kids stop playing at some point, but we have to start preparing for the next season and next opening day and next everything. Who's going to run the concession stand, so on and so forth. These are battles that we fight every day, and it's a year-long process.
So how do you get a season started? I mean, how do you get the kids interested? I would think that most of them are really excited to get the season started, but how do you raise interest to get the kids in and then get the parents involved yet?
Well, social media has helped us with that greatly.
Outstanding.
We absolutely, as much as we can, use our Facebook, Instagram pages to try to put the information out there, get the kids excited for the season. We've been promoting it through things like you guys, radio stations, print media, try to get it out there. Billboards, we've even rented billboards this year to let everybody know about our registrations. And then once that happens, we just try to keep it exciting, just try to keep it moving. We don't want it to become stalemate because people will lose interest. So we try to keep things out there and keep the families, the players ready for the season. And you're right, we had our opening day on Saturday, and it was nothing but 225 young smiling faces. It was great. It was a lot of work to put on, but it was paid off when you looked around that field and saw all those kids smiling.
Oh, I bet. And they've been cooped up for too long.
Oh, yeah.
They need to get out there and do something, especially with Little League here in South Williamsport. It's huge. The Little League World Series. What do you guys do as far as looking forward to that? Do you have any prospects of what can we do to get there? Is that something the kids are saying one day?
Yeah, well, it's always a goal of the kids. Of course, you'd love to be over there watch yourself play on ESPN. The focus of Little League isn't so much pushing the kids to get there as it is teaching them the fundamentals and teaching them how to, sportsmanship and how to be good citizens and move forward with things like that. But of course, we would love to feed these kids dreams and get them across the water over there to play. It's not an easy process. There's a lot of good talent that these kids have to go through in order to get there. And, our coaches, we have some good volunteer coaches that put in the time, and, that's what it would take. It would take the time and the dedication from not only the volunteers but the kids themselves to put in the work necessary to play that caliber of baseball that you watch over there every August.
Now, how many kiddos do you have, on a guess, on a roundabout? I mean, as far as with all of the teams that you folks have?
With all the divisions right now, we are, I think the last number I looked at was 225, maybe 227 kids, somewhere around there. Last count, I believe we have 19 different teams throughout all our divisions, between T-ball all the way up to our junior league girls softball team. But yeah, it's a lot of kids, a lot to manage, a lot of schedules to go through.
And I was just going to ask the age range from the T-ball to the teens.
The overall age range is, I think we're allowed to accept T-ballers at 4 years old, and then 12-year-old for the majors, and then I think the juniors goes up to 14, maybe 15 years old.
Wow.
We'd love to have senior teams as well, but we're working on our enrollment.
Oh, there you go.
We can have that.
Some stuff to look forward to.
Yep.
Okay. Do you rely a lot on the public as far as do you get out and sell things like so the kids get updated uniforms, and I mean, is that how you put things together? We're
a nonprofit organization, so we run fully and solely upon the donations and the volunteers and the money that we receive in that fashion. Now we have a lot of sponsors who step up, and that helps out with the uniform costs and things like that. But yeah, it's all through the donations given through the public. We have 50-50 raffles, things like that. Right now we are doing a donation giveaway raffle sort of every Saturday. Kicks off at 10 a.m. on our website, to where, we either have it donated or we've done things to where we've gone out and purchased. During the pandemic, we went out and purchased, I think, a large sum of different gift cards from restaurants in the area because they have been struggling. So we wanted to do our part. We went out and bought a bunch of those. We raffled that off as kind of a fundraiser for us. So it kind of was a win-win for the community all around. And we try to do things like that to help us raise money. But absolutely anything that we get from our sponsors, the parents, we have parents that step up and say, hey, take this, help out with the league. We really appreciate everything you guys do.
And where is your website? How can someone find you to check these things out?
Well, we can be found on our Facebook page at Williamsport Area Little League, same with Instagram, and our website, WilliamsportLittleLeague.com. You can go there. Our website is managed by one of our board members. She actually deals with this stuff, the Hemlock Uncut. They manage all of our media for the most place. It helps out a lot, having that entity that could do those things for you and help out. But yeah, that helps us get these things out. She manages all these raffles. Our schedules go on the website, everything and anything. She does a very good job for us, and we're greatly appreciative to have her on our team.
Speaking of schedules, what is your schedule? How long? When do you get kicked off, and when does your regular season end?
So this year, we kicked off our season just this past Saturday on the 24th with our opening day. And I think our final games are played in towards the mid of June. I don't think we go past June 15th. But, they're managed in between there. It's a lot of games. We have a couple different fields, but we interleague with the other little leagues in town, Loyalsock, Hepburn, Lycoming. We schedule games with all of them to try to break things up a little bit.
And you get to practice in a lot of interleague play then, I guess.
Yes,
you call that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's outstanding. The kiddos, they seem like they're very receptive to working with other teams and playing different positions. They're very much a learning group from what I've seen. And it's really pretty exciting to see them grow and mature and learn all the different parts of everything you do. Is there anything that if somebody's looking at Little League and they're thinking about letting their little one play, any recommendations, or is there anything that maybe you could tell them to help them feel better about they're not going to be run down to the ground because they're going to be practicing so much, or it's meant to be fun but not so harsh. But is there anything you can tell a new parent? I guess?
Anybody I would say if your kid's interested, or maybe even not if they're interested, give them a chance. They might end up liking it. Sign up with your local Little League. If you're within our jurisdiction, give us, reach out to us via Facebook, our email address at Williamsport, info at WilliamsportLittleLeague.com. Reach out to us there, and we'll set you in the right direction. No matter what your reservations might be, we have resources available. Whether it be, we're trying to work things out to help get kids to games because transportation is sometimes an issue. The registration cost, it's not cheap to buy bats, gloves, and things like that. So we have funding available, to help these kids. Little League has funding available in their T-Mobile call-up grant that it's there to help families get your kids on the field. If everybody, especially over the past year, people lost their jobs. It wasn't easy to write a check to play baseball when you don't know if your lights might stay on. So, we have funds out there available for that call-up grant. I guess it's rather unfortunate, but it's a fortunate thing that we have. We have a fund that was created. We lost a board member this past year to a courageous battle with cancer. Andrea Huey was her name. She's big into the softball field. She was a volunteer on our board. Didn't have a kid in the league, just volunteered on her own love for the game and her own love for helping out the community and the kids. So we have created a fund in her honor that is there for kids that, if you need a bat, you need spikes, you need a helmet, you need a glove, reach out to us, and we are there to help you. Our overall goal is to get kids playing baseball and softball. That's what we want. That's what we're driving for, and whatever resources we can put forth to help kids with that is what we want to do. And one of the things we say continually as a board when we get onto our little, we get all a little sidetracked on things, we bring ourselves back by reminding ourselves that the whole reason we are here, the whole reason we're doing this thing is for kids playing baseball and softball. Nothing else matters other than those kids being out on that field playing organized baseball, safely playing, I should say, organized baseball and softball.
What have you got going on now? I know I spoke about something with the city council this morning on the news. Yes. And so what can you tell us about that and actually lead into something if the listeners can help with something?
Yeah, absolutely. So this area has as we all know, Little League Baseball started in this area. So Little League Baseball has a rich history in this town and always will and always should be. The Brandon Park and the baseball fields, the Little League fields at Brandon Park are a huge part of that. I mean, starting all the way back in the 50s and 60s, kids were playing Little League Baseball at Brandon Park. Well, over the past few years, these fields have been let go. They haven't been given the love that they deserve. And us with the Little League, this new board that we have here, we've kind of said, well, that's enough. These fields deserve to be up and played. These kids deserve to be playing on this field. And we also think that it will help increase enrollment by kids who could now have trouble getting across town for a game. They could ride their bikes here. So we have kicked off, we did it with Raise the Region this year, what we're calling our Brandon Field Revitalization Project, to where we have a preliminary goal as of right now of about $550,000 is what we're estimating, this might cost. But we want to do a full revamp of the Little League fields at Brandon Park. We're talking new water drainage, new field, fences, facility. We want to make this a Little League complex that not only our city, but our county and our state can be proud of. It could help bring some revenue into the town to where, now we can maybe start holding some of these sectional Little League All-Star games, these state Little League All-Star games, some travel ball, softball, things of that nature. And as far as I see it, it's a win-win because the people, my in-laws live around that park and have for years. And they miss the sound of baseball. They miss the sound of kids yelling. They miss the sound of fans cheering, the smell of hot dogs and French fries in the air. They miss all that. And we're putting our resources together. We're obviously looking for funding. So if there's anybody that's interested in helping us accomplish this goal, please reach out to us over our website, williamsportlittleleague.com. You can get our contact information from there. We have a bullet that's for our Brandon Park project if you're looking to donate, or if you're looking to get involved. I mean, we're not just going to need monetary donations for this. We're going to need bodies. We're going to need people to help, come out here and put these things together and help us coordinate these things. And, then we can get these fields back up and running, which will, again, it'll bring, more economic revenue into the town, we think, and it'll increase, the value of the properties around the park. People love sitting on their porches and watching kids play baseball.
What is your favorite thing about being part of the Williamsport Little League?
The smiles. I mean, I couldn't have been happier on Saturday when I'm standing in front of a group of 200-plus kids, and they're all smiling, having a good time, laughing. That's what it's all about to me. That filled me up completely, and any frustrations or anything that went along with all the details associated with putting on a league all just go away. And it's just, you see those smiles, and it reminds you why you dedicate your time to do these things.
Very nice. How long have you been involved in Little League?
I became the president of the league last year. At the beginning of last year. My son's a T-baller, so luckily we have a bunch of our board members, which we have an amazing board right now that I can't speak highly of. They're all with young kids. So we luckily enough have a board that will probably be around for the next 5 to 7 years, so we can accomplish some really good things. I mean, I plan on, if things allow, I'll stick through after my kids are gone. It's just, I like watching kids enjoy baseball. My Little League experience, which I played at Newberry growing up here in town, my Little League experience was amazing, and those are memories that I love and I'll never forget. And I want these kids to be able to stand in the same position I am today and say those same type things, like, oh, that was Little League baseball was the greatest time of my life. That's really what I'd like.
So is there any, if somebody's listening, is it too late to get started with this season, or can someone still bring their little one out to at least get familiar with Little League?
Absolutely. If you're still interested and you missed the registration date, I can only speak for our league. I'm not sure about the other leagues in the area. There is jurisdictions. But we're accepting kids into our very last game. We refuse. Our league refuses to turn a kid away that wants to play baseball. Now, we'll discuss it with the parents. It'll take time to get a uniform and things like that. But absolutely, we want to get the kids out there, get them in that team atmosphere, working together with other kids, meeting new kids that they might not know, and developing new friendships.
Your website again, and ways that folks can get a hold of you and see your schedule and what games you've got coming up.
Okay, well, you could always go to our Facebook page, Williamsport Area Little League. You can go to our website, WilliamsportLittleLeague.com. You can find most of the information you need there. If you have any direct questions and you want an answer, just send an email to info@WilliamsportLittleLeague.com, and one of us will get back to you as soon as we possibly can.
I was asking in part for that, but also in part for folks that would like to see the games. If they're, they've been in Williamsport for all their lives, and they would like to catch up with just watch Little League.
Oh, absolutely. We encourage, all our games are played right now we play at the old Lycoming Township fields on Upper Green Ave, right behind the Rite Aid there on Lycoming Creek Road. All our games are held there. We're working on, because we would love that. We would love for people, just community members, to come out and watch these kids. Give them the opportunity. We have night games Fridays, all the way up to 7:45 night games on Fridays. If you're not doing anything, come out and cheer these kids on. Nothing makes a 10-year-old feel better than getting a hit and hearing a bunch of screams of cheering, whether it's their family members or just a community member that decided to come, play the game. And that's the type of stuff that brings the kids back, that experience that they remember.
What days are your games normally?
We have games every day of the week, between softball, t-ball, baseball, minors, majors, juniors, between it all. We have a game most every day of the week.
So this is an absolute adventure. This is not a volunteering. This is an adventure.
This is an adventure.
There you go.
That's a good way to put it. Absolutely. I think the entire board would probably agree with that one.
There you go. So it's official. It's an adventure.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see the nightly behind-the-scene meetings, the daily phone calls, emails, text messages of coordination. They really don't see that, which is, if they don't see it and they're happy, we're doing our job, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing as the board. So, yeah, they really don't see it, and it is a lot of work. It really, really is. And I have to give, I guess some a shout-out to the moms and dads that do volunteer in the concession stand, because it takes away from them watching their kid play. They get the opportunity to watch maybe when their kid's at bat or something like that, but if that concession stand's moving, it gives them, it takes away from them watching their kid, which is a huge sacrifice that they make for our league. And me personally, to any of them that will be listening to this, I absolutely want to give a gigantic thank you for that sacrifice, for what you do for us. It's really, really a difficult thing. And that even goes into the coordination from our concessions coordinators to get them there. And It's a long list of daily meetings and conversations and things like that going into putting all this together for these kids. And, like I said, it is a village.
Thanks to Ron Diemer, president of the Williamsport Little League, for taking the time to talk about the focus of Little League, how they make it work, and what it takes to help the kids swing for the fences. Thanks for listening. I'm Joie Michaels, and this has been a production of Backyard Broadcasting. The views and opinions expressed on InTouch are those of the guests and do not necessarily reflect the official party or position of Backyard Broadcasting. Any content provided by our guests are of their opinion, and they are not intended to malign a religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.